Today is Tuesday. I leave for Peru on Friday and I haven't packed a thing. All right, I wanted,
we're gonna have to get,
I should have got something to like tape this.
well, don't you have those little tripods that can kind of hold it a bit?
It's literally like shaking.
Maybe you can go further away into the.
Good morning from your guy's favorite, my dad.
Good morning.
We all know who the star of the vlog is.
You guys are too kind.
I asked you guys to ask me questions on the community tab on the channel, and you guys left a lot. And I didn't say I was doing this with my dad, so they're probably not towards you, but they're gonna be some good ones I'm sure you could answer anyways. This is so makeshift. Which do you miss most? Serenity, Mary Grace, Sushi Ninja, or Layne? Tough, right? I definitely miss Layne, #1. And then #2 out of that, I think I miss Mary Grace the most, but you haven't been there yet.
I can't answer because I only know Layne, so I miss Layne the most.
What is your most memorable trip here to the Philippines? First trip or the second? That's really tough because the first was the first time I've ever visited the Philippines, and the second was when I got to meet you guys and hang out with you guys. So
that was your first big trip away all by yourself too.
Yeah.
So there's a lot going on.
And I messed up pretty bad away.
Yeah, I didn't like the whole.
My dad was so disappointed that I lost my wallet.
In the airport of all places.
Well, you know, shit happens. There's a Philippines Independence Day parade in June in NYC. Are you going? I don't believe so. Okay,
back to shit happens. It should only happen once.
That's what I'm saying, it did only happen once.
If you make a mistake, you better learn from it. And you better be grateful that you had a chance to get another chance.
Amen. I'm grateful you had a dad that could wire you money. What is the craziest thing you did for love, and what is the most recent embarrassing moment you had?
The recent most embarrassing thing? I don't know. I just forget everybody's name all the time.
Yes, that he does. I'm embarrassed for you when you do that. Because I'm like, no, he knows your name. He just said it. He said the wrong thing.
But I like Mom's line because she says, you may be losing it, but at least I know you never cheated on me because you could never remember anybody's name. Nobody would put up with that shit.
Oh, that's so bad. But craziest thing you did for love?
I had children. It was pretty damn crazy.
What?
Actually, I only helped.
I was gonna say, you mean we're crazy.
Mom.
Skydiving for Kevin's birthday. Do you like K-pop? I actually I don't think I've ever listened to it, so I'll have to check it out. This whole video is gonna be slanted. It's because I'm using my backpack as a little tripod.
About K-pop, I kind of like all the dancing that goes on. Some of
How do you know?
It shows up on YouTube because I keep watching everything that's going on. And Shane likes Korean food, and then all of a sudden, you know, there'll be
I've never seen it. I'll have to check it out. Oh geez, the lighting is just craziness. All
right, I do have a very embarrassing hockey. It was just 2 weeks ago. On one shift, I actually just kind of was daydreaming on the ice, and I just fell right on my ass for no reason.
No way.
And then on the same shift, the puck goes in front. I go into the front of the net, and I end up stepping on the puck, and then you look like a baby giraffe with no balance. Your leg goes like this, and then you fall again. So I had two embarrassing falls
giraffe.
On one. You ever see the baby giraffe try to stand?
Yeah.
That's what it's like if you step on a puck on the ice. So all my guys laughed at me, but
it's pretty embarrassing.
I came back. About
meet and greet, how do you feel that you finally met your supporters, and which place in the Philippines do you really want to visit when you come back? It was kind of like surreal to meet you guys because I never thought anybody would be as like interested in us eating and cooking and doing random stuff, like just things I do day to day. Like especially in the beginning, the vlogs were very I don't want to say boring, but it was like literally just day-to-day life. Which place in the Philippines do you really want to go visit when you come back? I'm gonna say it wrong. It starts with an I, and you guys all commented and told me to go. I believe it's where there's that big sandbar, or it's like the I'm confusing it, but there's so many places I want to go when I go back. What's your biggest fear?
Kind of over a lot of my biggest fears because I've been fortunate enough to have a pretty good long life to this point. What is my biggest fear?
I think my biggest fear is not having a long life. Like not being able to do all the things that I want to do, if that makes sense.
Well, maybe developing like a food allergy. Pretty terrible. Like I heard about this poor nono that couldn't eat tomatoes. I mean, to be Italian and not be able to eat tomatoes.
That's pretty rough.
That's pretty, I mean, that's like a death sentence.
Do I have a chance to be Shane's girl? No, his girlfriend. What are your next plans after you're home? Can you have a reaction? To go to the Filipino restaurant Jeepney.
We gotta do that.
We gotta do that.
About it. We have to do that. Okay, that's coming.
That would be great.
That should be sooner than later. We should do that.
I know, but I
want to do that family feast. What's it called?
I think it starts with a K.
Yeah, I want to do that.
Yes,
on the banana
we have
leaves.
to do that.
Yeah.
My next plan's after I'm home, so I actually leave on Friday for Peru. Do you have plans to make a Japan vlog? I want to go to Japan so badly.
That's like on top of Shane's list.
Yeah.
Japan, and I think I'd love to go to Japan too. I actually have to see some of Asia. I've only stepped foot on Asia one time, and that was the Bosphorus Strait there, Istanbul, Turkey. That's the only time I've ever been on the continent of Asia.
You gotta really come and experience
way
it.
back.
What is your most memorable memory in your entire life?
My most notable memory. Well, I'm gonna put this one out there because everybody seems to remember this too. I made a decision to marry Kathy. We get to the actual wedding, and you know, there's always a little bit of nerves and anxiety pre-ceremony in the vows. And my father-in-law, Mr. Quinn, walks
Poppy.
Kathy down. Yeah, Poppy walks Kathy down the aisle. And apparently I didn't know this till after, but they had a pretty big fight and all the stress of getting ready for the wedding. And he looks at me right in the eye and he says these exact words. He said, "Take her, she's all yours." And I was like, oh my God, what did I do? That was one of my most memorable.
That is hilarious.
That was one of my most memorable.
Jeez, I miss Poppy. He would have some amazing one-liners for the vlog. And he had the best squirrel jokes.
And for the rest of the story, at that point, I started to turn green. Like you could see on my wedding video, my face literally turned a shade of green. My mouth got all pasty. I was so dry.
That is a good question. My most memorable, it's hard to pick. It's really hard to pick. That's crazy. That story never gets old.
Tough to top that one.
I do think the trip to India was one of the most memorable trips or moments in my life because like you're going with complete strangers, none of us knew each other, we've never been to India before, I've never been to India before, and you kind of don't know what you're getting yourself into, and we just all decided to go. And then it turned out so well, like we still talk every single day. So I think that's very memorable.
That's a good one though.
I think so.
I haven't been to India either.
If your whole family will go here to the Philippines for vacation, where would you take them first?
Well, just to ease Kathy into it, it's got to be some nice hotel in one of those great beach towns or islands.
Yeah.
That definitely seemed like the move.
Yeah, it would have to be somewhere where there was like a private beach at first.
I also love those boat trips you went on, you know, where you go.
Oh, like Quran.
Yeah.
I absolutely would take you guys there.
That looked pretty amazing.
And I think we'd have to go to Sikihor. Maybe we would go to Sikihor first. I don't know. I mean, first I gotta convince them to actually come because they keep saying they're coming. We were supposed to go this summer. But, you know, summer's slipping away. Just kidding, it didn't really start yet.
No, but the summer, it's never gonna be in the spring.
Because of Shane.
Yeah, for 3 years, we're definitely gonna make the whole lacrosse
maybe
thing
like
part of the family
the
love.
winter. I don't know. Who would you pick to be stuck on an elevator with?
Who would I pick to be stuck on an elevator with?
Kevin.
I'm gonna just plead the fifth. I don't know.
All right. Have you ever gone camping? Ricky. This is Kevin's cousin, and we were just camping this past weekend. But it was hardly camping, it was more like glamping. It was really, really nice, and it was so much fun.
I did camping a couple of times, but it you know, it just doesn't hold a place. I don't.
Were you in a tent?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, so we were in a cabin.
And it rained, and it was like kind of miserable.
We were in a cabin, so it was really nice, and it was raining, but we still had so much fun.
This was a giant tent, though. This was like 6 people were in this tent. It was like huge, but still, no, it didn't do anything for me. I don't mind the the outdoors, like you go hiking and all that. I like that nature stuff. Or maybe one of those glamping safari.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I want to go on a safari so bad.
Just have
There's so many things I want to do. At what age did you have your first boyfriend / girlfriend? Tell us more about it.
Thanks for the / girlfriend. I think I waited a long time, but then again, like, what's the definition?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
like, when you're 5 and you kiss a girl, is she your girlfriend?
Well, I had a boyfriend. I guess it was 5th. Was that 5th grade? He bought me a diamond necklace though.
Yeah.
Or I should say his mom, because I doubt he did, but that was crazy. But yeah, we didn't talk. We would text, and when we saw each other in person, I think we hugged once. But that's it. Like, cause when you're that young, you're just shy.
My first kind of, real girlfriend, like, you go out and spend time together. I was like a senior in high school. I waited really long.
Okay, but you have to talk about how short you were.
Okay, so that's true, but no,
it's just funny.
I was the smallest boy in my grade from kindergarten all the way till junior year high school. Literally the smallest in the school. I was 4'11" when I went to high school. 4'11", you're up to the waist of most basketball players.
So
who are
funny.
6 feet tall.
And then you ended up just growing.
I grew till I was like 22.
And you never even took like HGH?
No, I can't say for sure. I know my mom and dad were a little concerned early on, and I went to a doctor. I don't know. I don't know if HGH was a thing then. It might have been.
I don't know.
They talked about it. I'm sure they talked about it at some. I just kept growing very late. I was a very late bloomer.
I didn't keep growing, so I just stopped at 5'2". Does pineapple belong on pizza?
I say no. I mean, I know they do like kind of Hawaiian pizza.
I don't know if I've ever tried it.
Pineapple and ham. If you're gonna mix the two, you gotta have pineapple and ham. But to me, that's not a pizza topping.
I can't imagine I wouldn't like it. I like pineapple and I like pizza.
So why did you do it?
What?
We could have done it yesterday.
Yeah, we should have. We made pizza last night. Oh!
All right, that's a no. No pineapple on pizza. Knock the camera right off the dashboard.
No one cares.